Alrighty, hello everyone. This is Alan from MysteryMTG.com. As you can tell, yesterday we got robbed. We uploaded the video. It happened at 1:05 a.m. and it's been really, really bad. In fact, the previous robberies, we actually caught those people. They were charged, and it wasn't that bad, especially because a lot of them didn't know what they were looking for. So they took the cash box and whatever, which obviously isn't where most of the money is for us. This guy came in and swiped our entire high-end case. The day that we had set out all of the dual lands and the gaea's cradles and $15,000 worth of singles, which I was hesitant about because I thought this is a little bit dangerous, but I was told, hey, it's Christmas time, people are buying singles, we should do this. And that's when they struck, and it hit us at our most vulnerable point, and they walked out with a lot of shit, that cradles, dual lands, reserve list. And to see that happen again and again, man, it is so mentally draining, and it hurts me so deeply. I have a newborn, I have a 1-year-old son. And then to look online and see these idiots, absolute fucking idiots, talk about, oh, well, you guys are fully insured, right? You can get all this covered. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You have to at least just do a quick Google search for you to realize that farmers insurance, that all these insurance companies are not going to cover the market value of singles. Sealed product is different. They'll cover it if you have the distribution invoice, and this is how much we paid for the box. This is what you paid. Okay, that can be covered. If you're talking about high-end MTG, especially collectibles, most companies will not insure it. And Collect Insure, which people keep mentioning, is not an insurance company. It's an agent for indemnity. It's like this really big insurance group. No, you're not getting your money back. There's not a single post that every single person I press that says, hey, you guys should be fully insured. You should be getting your money, blah, blah, blah. The reason we started the GoFundMe is because I know I'm not going to get my money back. I've already talked to the insurance companies about this. You get 1% of the value because they look at the invoice of the box, they divide that by 36, then they divide it by the pack by 15, and you're getting 5 cents a card. Our gaea's cradle was not worth 5 cents. It was worth $700. Are we going to get the market value? No. Are we going to get the replacement fee? No. I hope this makes sense. And every single person who has commented is commenting because they talk about gun insurance, or they're talking about you're talking about something completely different. We're talking about TCGs. This whole past 2 hours, I've had to argue with people, these idiots on Facebook that say, well, he probably did insurance fraud. How did this guy know exactly where to go? We'll touch on that. How do you know exactly where to go? Of course, this was scouted. This might have been an inside job by someone who's a disgruntled former employee or whatever. We'll talk about that. But to make the accusation, and this just makes me so fucking angry, you idiots, that a person who started a game store to provide a play space to you and your friends, who has never made money on it, wants to do insurance fraud, and I get 5 cents a card, I can buy a Happy Meal with the money that those cards are going to be. There's nothing. We lost that money, and now we have to try to improve our security. We're going to lose like $40,000 or $50,000 here. What are you guys smoking? You guys, and these idiots, I look at them, you have nothing better to do. I just got robbed. I have kids. This isn't like it used to be where it was just me slinging cardboard in a basement and selling it. No. We have youth leagues. We have people who come in. They want it to be safe. This, of course, is going to kill the business. How do you not understand that? We are screwed in many ways. I did the GoFundMe because I knew if I didn't do the GoFundMe and we had no support, the business would just close, and for good reason. We've been robbed multiple times now. Our landlord doesn't want to allow us to put steel bars on the outside or do things that would help ensure the safety but make it look uglier because they want uniformity for all the businesses. The insurance, every single thing you guys have said about insurance, I know you don't know what you're talking about. Anyone who has dealt with insurance or is an insurance agent has been on our side and said, yeah, you guys aren't going to get the claim you file, which we are going to file a claim. I'm about to go do that right now. We're not going to get market value back. The sealed product, we took a couple boxes and handful of packs. Yes, we probably can get distribution invoice back from insurance. Everything else, and the vast majority was singles, which is what made my heart sink. When I realized he took the high-end MTG singles, I realized we're screwed. That is not something that you're going to be able to claw back. Okay, unless you get lucky and you find the cards. So we're screwed, and to have these people shame us victim blame us. Why are you guys doing a GoFundMe? Dude, you understand how much money I've lost promoting all the TCGs, the youth leagues? We've lost money just paying judges and trying to be a fair player in this space. And now I want to keep the store alive. We have thousands of people who come in to play a year. It's not just a business. It's a community hangout center. I love our customers, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep the place open just for people to play. If it was about money, dude, I would have left a long time ago. I made way more money. I was way more successful before I started a game store. And I know a lot of you don't understand that. A lot of you don't understand sacrificing success or whatever just to do something that you're passionate about, but that's what I did, and I'm happy I did it. I love a big chunk of my life. Obviously not this part, but I love a big chunk of my life because I see the people that are regulars come in and have fun, and they thank us. The Lorcana people, they bring their kids into play. The Magic players that come in, they ask me, Alan, we can't pay $5 for Commander Nights anymore. Can you please just make it free for us? I did that. I lost money, but I did that. It was way more profitable to have paid entry for Commander Nights, even if less people showed up, because at least we were able to claw $5 per person to pay for the play space and to pay for the employees that were. Instead, I decided to eat that cost and pay out of it with my own pocket. And then not the same people, but then these people come at me and say, "Why are you doing a GoFundMe? You should be fully insured." You don't know what you're talking about. So stop talking. Just say, "I'm sorry, and I hope you guys get better." That's all you got to say. Okay? This person broke a hole through our glass, knew we had motion sensors on the door. We have 14 cameras. We have a ton of footage of this guy, including a good portion of his face, his shoes, his backpack, everything. We have a lot of identifying details. He didn't drive to the shop, so we don't have a license plate. He broke a hole through, got through, knew where not to go because he would have triggered the other motion detectors. He didn't do it. He went directly to the high end, grabbed some sealed, and was out in 2 minutes, okay? All without triggering our alarm, which the statue fell when he went in. You can see that in the video. That I thought should have absolutely triggered an alarm. And there are cameras that should be triggering alarms, which didn't. And we're talking to the companies about that right now. I don't think we have anything to go back on. Like, can we get them in trouble for not having the alarms trigger, even though they were set as armed? Probably not. It's probably in the terms that some things will happen or the sensitivity of the cameras, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I'm just asking you guys to, because a lot of you have been super nice and I appreciate it, but the people who are, there was this guy who just said, well, it's your fault for being a game store, and if you can have good insurance, then just stop being a game store. Dude, we have the highest security of almost any game store, not these days, because I know other ones have actually reinforced their glass, they have double locks, they have mounted gun safes, etc. Because we all got hit. We've all been robbed. And sometimes they're especially bad. This time it was an especially bad one, and we realized we have to try to improve it. It's just very expensive. I have a newborn. I can't shell out $40,000. I'm sorry. You guys have told me multiple times that product needs to be cheaper, so we've made it cheaper. We operate off of a very low margin business. Singles are cheaper too. What am I supposed to do when the community is saying we need product to be cheaper so you can compete with Stomping Grounds or whoever? And then this happens and I say, we don't have any margin to protect ourselves here. Maybe we're not supposed to exist. You can say that to our hundreds of customers that love us and like playing at our store, and they're going to tell you to F off because they enjoy coming and their friends enjoy coming. I want to make those people happy and keep them happy. I will never give in to some loser who comes in and tries to destroy the dreams and hopes and the livelihoods of 8, 9 people that work for Mystery right now, who have bills to pay, who have kids, who are surviving off this shop and also having fun and loving it. And they've sacrificed a lot for the shop too. And the criticism that we've gotten is just freaking ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. The police have come, CSI has come. We've gathered anything of evidence that they can. Hopefully they catch this guy. Are we going to be able to get the singles back? Probably not. Are we going to be able to claw back money from the singles? No. It's just, if God came down, maybe. If there was a miracle, maybe somehow I get out of this okay. I'm not going to get out of this okay. I have a newborn. My wife doesn't work. I'm the sole provider. We just opened a new LGS because I realize stuff like this is going to happen, and I need to have at least a different business that can continue operation just in case something happens with Mystery. Is there a fight with the landlord, lease issues, blah, blah, blah. Let's have another game store so if something happens, we can ship So we did that, and of course, this guy comes in right when we buy the most expensive cards and put them out for Christmas, and we get robbed. That's how the dominoes fall. However, I'm not going to just give in and say I'm going to close the shop. So yes, I did a GoFundMe. If you guys think that I'm some multi-millionaire Donald Trump-like figure that can go get $1 million from my dad passed away when I was in middle school. My mom's an injured military veteran who survives off of the VA monthly payments. Who do you think you're talking to? You're not talking to Donald Trump. You're talking to a poor to middle class individual from Texas. What do you think? Who do you think we are? And of course, I've done things in the past. I used to trade luxury watches and try to make money off of that. That wasn't a business, people think, well, they see a Rolex, like, you must be rich. No, dude, it's the same thing as magic. People take loans out, they use credit cards, and they try to flip these things to make margin. Doesn't mean that they're riding out in Lamborghinis or whatever. Most of those people are broke, by the way. Everything is off of credit card and debt. Very few people can do things off of pure capital. That means you're doing really, really well. Every store you go to, every LGS you go to, they have a revolving line of money they're spending every month. They owe $40,000. They have to pay it by the end of the month for their Amex, whatever. They're in continuous debt. Okay, when stuff like this happens, it can close the business so easily you have no idea, because we lose that. We lose those cards. We lose the $16,000-$17,000 we paid for those cards. We lose the margin that we were going to make on that card. All of the man hours, everything that went into there is lost. Everything is just fucked. Okay, and I really just hope the community can understand that when you own a business, because I don't have any community or business owners coming at me and being it's a bunch of these random Facebook people. That when you own a business, you're not going to be able to sit there all day thinking about how you can protect the business from theft. That isn't going to happen. There are stipulations in contracts to stop you from doing things like reinforced glass with steel, blah, blah, blah. If your landlord doesn't want it, you can't do it, okay? There's things that you guys just aren't thinking about. And if you're thinking about it now, I probably thought about it too. We have 14 cameras, more than 14 cameras. We have multiple companies that we use for those cameras with multiple alarms. We have armed patrol. Now, they only do that from a certain time to a certain time, which is the issue. We also have a nighttime patrol that comes. This guy, he planned it out. He planned it out. Yes, if we had reinforced glass and we had that little steel, like a garage door almost thing that you see at liquor stores and stuff like that, maybe we could have stopped it. But we didn't get permission from the landlord to be able to do that. So we weren't able to, okay? I don't know why I have to defend myself here as if I'm some sort of bad guy that has done anything wrong. What the fuck? What the fuck? I've done so much. There's so much I could have done in my life that I gave up on because I loved mystery. I loved Elves and Espresso. I love MCG. I love MysteryMTG.com. I love Magic the Gathering. We have Gavin Verhey visiting us fairly soon here at the Korean shop. I love Magic the Gathering. And I do this for you guys because Magic gave me a thing when I was no one that helped me become someone. I made friends because of it. I didn't have any friends in university, and I made friends because of the Magic the Gathering guys that would play in the little TV room. Justin McCracken and those guys, I shouldn't say his full name, but Justin, a great guy. And, he taught me how to play Magic. And I want you guys to have those moments too. That's why I have a store. The fact that I can see people playing and having fun and smiling anytime I look at the cameras is why the store is open. If it were about money, I would go get a regular job. I have a job offer from one of the bigger TCG companies. I'd make more money and have 401k and have healthcare and have a much better life. But my customers would not have a place to play. There's no store in our vicinity that does what we do in the same way that we do it. And if there was, I probably would have closed it and just said, hey, you guys can have this. But there isn't. I want to take care of those people. They've supported me. I want to support them. This just sucks. I have a newborn. He's screaming in my ear while this is all happening. And I'm getting calls from the police and my manager. and my newborn's crying and I'm trying to feed him, and at that point you just want to give up on life. You understand? This sucks. I've done so much that I thought was for the good of the community. And when I'm in the just in the shit, in the dirt, I'm putting my hand out and just saying, hey guys, please just help me. It doesn't have to be with money. Just, give us some words of support. Do whatever you can do. Pray. I don't know if we even pray to the same God. Just pray for me. And then I have these sick, I'm going to use the F word. I don't want to keep using it, but these sick Fs that just look at you in the dirt and they fucking throw more dirt on you. And they make fun of you. And I wonder if they have kids or where their empathy or morals are. I just don't think they have any. I hate these people in every way. If I could, I'd take all their names and ask for every single LGS to ban them. They don't deserve to be in this community. You don't deserve to be in Magic the Gathering, a communal-based game, when one of your fellow peers, when someone who loves the same hobby as you is down bad and you come in there and you try to stir some shit up that obviously isn't true, throwing around baseless accusations. Have some shame. Have some shame. And now I gotta go. I just drove home. It's been awake for 2 days. I gotta go help my wife with the kids. And I'm gonna try to get some sleep. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare beyond nightmares, and it keeps happening. And I'm going to try to fix it. We don't have the budget for that, which is why we started the GoFundMe. I'll even link it in the bio, and I don't care what anyone says. It is my intention to keep Mystery open today, tomorrow, next week, next year. For the next 10 years, Mystery will be open. Whatever I have to do to keep that, whatever we have to do, we're going to do it. And if you hate that and you're against us, I'm against you. And you can continue to be against us. We're still going to survive. You understand that? The next time someone tries to rob us, I'll have something waiting for you. Okay? We'll do whatever it takes in any way to make sure that the punishment, and we got those guys, the last guys who did it, they're in jail now. They had warrants. They're in prison for like 25 years for stealing some Magic cards. The repercussions will be great. I might not get my cards back, but I'm gonna make sure those consequences are as big as they can be. I'm gonna throw you in jail for as long as I can. And if you unfortunately are there when one of my staff is there, when my manager's there, if I'm there, you might even lose your life over some Magic cards, because it's Texas and we carry guns on us. And if you come into my shop with knives and guns, attempting to ruin our shop or hurt my employees or hurt my staff, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that doesn't happen. You guys need to maybe we all just need to chill out. I need to chill out too. I'm mad. I'm angry. Obviously, you can tell that this is getting to me. It's definitely getting to me. I need to go get some sleep. And, I've shed some tears over this. I've debated keeping the business open, closing it. No, I can't do that. What about the community? Everyone's telling me this isn't going to work. You got to stop. It's crazy. It's crazy. I do this for you guys. And I hope you just stand with me during this rough time. Stand with me. We'll keep chugging. I'm going to try to do the best. And if it does have to close, if Mystery does have to close, it would be the biggest shame for all those kids who come in for Lorcana now and they have a place to learn how to play TCGs, and for our staff, and for everyone who finds a home at Mystery. For us to leave, it is going to be a blow to all of us. Okay? Alan from MysteryMTG.com. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.